Here's my take for you woke freaks who think I'm silly for talking about this. It's just entertainment. So just leave entertainment alone. Hollywood can add representation to a show without backlash. Taylor Mason, Billions. Great character. Introduced non-binary, a they, them, had no problem with it.
This is a white paper I started on High Plains and the $937 million of assets you have under management.
It's oddly fucking specific.
It contains a comprehensive breakdown of your leverage and creditors and your allocations. Risk parity, 4%. Long-short equity, 28%. Credit arbitrage, 6%. Event-driven and risk arbitrage, 24%. Go on and say illegal one more goddamn time, because you know who I trained under. You saw me train under him. You saw him teach me, and you saw me learn. Now ask yourself if I give a shit about illegal, and whether I'll be utterly successful blowing up your firm and sending you back to a trading desk as fucking order clerks. And Mafi, before you say this violates our friendship, just know this. Friends don't steal from friends.
Never even thought about it, never even worried about it. Thought it was a great, always liked the character, still like the character. It was written well. It's an original character. They didn't have to, do any type of gender swapping from an original. Adebisi from Oz. Adebisi was that nigga from everybody. I never met anybody who didn't like Adebisi.
You ever hear how the word doo-wop came to pass?
Nah, man, tell me about it.
Well, when we were in Harlem town, back in the old days, a couple of Italians were giving muscle to a cat running a speakeasy. It was doing a set, I think maybe of Billie Holiday. These Italians come into the club thinking they can push a brother around. But instead, the brother finds a blood. And outside in the alley, while Miss Billie Holiday is singing the blues, the brother do the wops. And that's how doo-wop was born.
Wore the hat off to the side. He was as gay as Richard Simmons. But look at what happens when you write an interesting original character. He can be gay and don't nobody care. In fact, revered. Love. Back in the day when the new episode of Oz came out, me and the boys, we would come get ready, get the popcorn and ready. Because it was just going to be fire. Omar from The Wire.
How many times have you been arrested as an adult, Mr. Little?
Sure, I done lost count. Don't have to take it personal.
Possession of a handgun, possessing a concealed weapon, assault by pointing, robbery, deadly weapon, possession of a handgun again, followed by violation of parole on weapon charges, followed by one count of attempted murder and use of a handgun in commission of a felony.
That wasn't no attempt murder.
What was it, Mr. Little?
I shot the boy Mike in his hind parts, that all. Fixed it so he couldn't sit right.
Find me someone who doesn't like Omar from The Wire. I'll wait. He was as gay as a fruitcake. Nobody cares. Character was amazing. The show was amazing. He was interesting. Some people replied to me and said, hey, conservatives cared about him being gay. Get the hell out of here. Nobody cared. Get the hell out of here. Try to rewrite history to make it your own, like they were trying to say April was originally black. April was not originally black. Nowhere was April from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles originally black. Even if she was, it wouldn't change my take. But my point of bringing that up is that their narrative has to fit. That's why they got it. Jamal Lyon, Jussie Smollett. Nobody had problem with Jamal Lyon. Empire. Amazing hip-hop musical. Great show. There wasn't a dude that Jamal didn't open up his ass crack for on the show, and nobody cared.
Is this your idea of a sick joke?
Nah, me. You seem kind of jealous of the song I wrote for Mom, so I wrote one for you.
Did you know about this?
You can't release that song, Jamal.
Not releasing anything until my album is complete. It's gonna be called When Cookie Met Lucius. Everything about the family, the good, the bad, and all the damage done in between.
It's a great show. Now, people did have some feedback that they had a little much. They had a lot of the interactions between him and his male friends, but it wasn't really about him being gay. It was just about like, Y'all got a lot of it in there. Like, it was turning into like some soft gay prawn. It was like, you could back off on it. Nobody had a problem with him. The music was great. He was great. Songs were great. The show was amazing. They had a powerful scene. I actually played the video in a previous upload talking about Jussie Smollett, not his character, but amazing, powerful scenes between him and his father and his brother addressing his sexuality. The powerful scene with his father was when it was a scene where he was young, maybe about 6 years old or something like that, and he put on high heels and a dress and stuff like that, and the father took him and kind of threw him out of the house, and nobody liked that, like from the audience. It was such a powerful moment in that show. They had many. And then the dynamic of him, his father was Lucius Lyons, and he was very masculine and, like the alpha dude, and his son was gay, but his son was, and he never really transitioned the power to his gay son because maybe in part because he was gay, but the dynamic was great, well written. Nobody cared that he was gay. The scenes were amazing. The writing was amazing. Nobody cares. The people who really care are you woke idiots. Ian Clayton Gallagher from Shameless, another unbelievable TV show.
Man, yeah. Debbie, oh my gosh, you look great.
Thank you. You do too.
This is my brother and sister. This is family. Hey. Hey. How long you been working here, huh? A couple weeks. This place, it's awesome. It's super convenient. You guys want drinks? They're on the house.
No, I'm good.
Appletini. Two appletinis.
Okay.
Hey, Ian, is there any place we can talk?
Oh, I love this song.
Yeah, look, some Army MPs came by looking for you. They want to arrest you for going AWOL, stealing government property.
Top shelf.
No, hey, did you hear me? They say you stole a helicopter.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't steal anything. I just started the rotors.
His character was born as the result of a PCP affair between his mother and uncle, and nobody said anything. And the brother of the uncle thought he was the father the whole time. They addressed it head on. Episode 1, no pun intended, pause. They addressed it head on. But he was gay, had relations with all kinds of different people, and they addressed it with him, his family, his brother. They addressed it with humor and great writing. Nobody cares. Beloved character. Beloved show. If you haven't watched Shameless, go back to Netflix. You will. It's unbelievable how good those shows were when they weren't woke, when they actually wrote. Consumers can hold Hollywood, which is nothing more than the entertainment bodyguard arm of the Democratic Party, can hold it accountable without being bigoted. Stop being lazy. Stop feeding us fat Stacey Abrams kids as April that nobody wants. Stop seeing legitimacy only if you take down the mantle of a white character and start writing. It's not too much to ask. And I am not the crazy one. You are. Not you in the chat. You know who I'm talking about. These woke monsters. Broken Traditions. YouTube royalty in the chat. Always. Oh my goodness. Broken never watched an episode of Empire. I'm surprised by that. But it's okay. There's a lot of shows I haven't watched. I'm just now getting through season 1 of Mandalorian. Empire is one of my favorite. My wife and I sat down and watched except for, you know what? I don't know if I even finished the last season. They dragged these shows on too long. It only needed to be 2 seasons. But what did they go to, 4 or 5 or something like that? And I told my wife, it was great watching the first 2 seasons, but I'm out. Just like Prison Break and many other, shows that go on too long. But the first 2 seasons of Empire, up there with the great, some of the 24. Or, I'm sorry, what are the great shows the dramas off the top of my head? I can't even think of them right now, but all of my favorite shows of all time. Great. The Empire was great stuff. It was a hip hop musical. An unbelievable show. It was over the top, but that was the show. It was just a great show. I would go back and watch that show from episode 1 right now. Jussie Smollett was unbelievable in there. Everybody was good in there. I mean, there were some who were better actors than that, but the main characters, what's her name? Taraji, what's her name? She was amazing in it. Taraji P. Henson, but the thing about her is like she could almost play herself in the role because it was kind of like her, but she was great regardless. That show was excellent TV. Excellent, excellent stuff.